Yesterday also happened like that, half an hour last part. If anyone want the recording, so I can provide this recording. Okay, I can give. So anyway, I uploaded to my YouTube channel, so you can get access from there.
Last video really there was no video actually. Only black. Whole
Yeah.
was black.
First day.
No, just second day. Yesterday. Third day. First part.
No problem. It's okay.
Oh, my might be first day.
First day is first half we are not having camera. So that's why I couldn't bring, I forgot bringing camera, so that's why it was not without video. And no, before that recording, only audio recording is proposited. So that I uploaded actually. What name of your YouTube channel? Golokwani. GOLOKVAN space is there. So there, yesterday's class also I uploaded there. So if you want to revise anytime, so you can go and revise that. So just now, today we are going to recap this first chapter. So in the first sloka, Sukadeva Goswami is appreciating Parshid Maharaj, Parshid Maharaj's questions. And then after that, Sukadeva Goswami is replying the second half part of the question. That means what should not be done by the person who is going to die. So those things are being explained in the second, third, and fourth, these three slokas. Srotavyadini Rajendra Nranam Santi Sahasrishah. Apashyatam Atmatattum Gruheshu Gruhamedinam. So Nidraya Hrite Naktam Vyavayena Cha Vayaha. Divacha Dehaya Rajan Kutumba Bharnena. So Dehapatya Kalatradish Atma Sainyesha Saswapi. Tesham Pramatto Nidhanam Prasannapi Pashyannapi na Pashyati. This is over. Then he is recommending what he has to do at the time of death. That is being said in the fifth sloka. Okay, here. So Tasma Bharata Sarvatma Bhagavan Ishwara Harihi Srotavya Kirtitavyascha Smartavya Chata Bhayam. So he said this. Then after that he is saying that this Bhakti Yoga process is the ultimate one. That means Ante. That means Ante Narayana Smriti. Narayana Smriti means we should take here Shuddha Bhakti. Shuddha Bhakti is the thank you. So Shuddha Bhakti is the final of all the yogas. So that's why it is said that Sankhya Yoga and all these things. So whoever is practicing, they should get the association of pure devotees and they also should come to the Shuddha Bhakti. So that means their ultimate benefit is there in the pure devotional service only. So that's why here Sukadeva Goswami established. So Shuddha Bhakti is the ultimate yoga. There is no higher yoga than this. That is being said. Then after that, so in the seventh sloka, he is saying that what he is saying? Gunanu Katane Harehe. So Ramante, these devotees, they are enjoying the pastimes of the Lord. Are the different leelas they will keep on hearing and chanting, and they are enjoying. Ramante means they are enjoying, not just they are using it as a tool. So Ramante word is a very significant word here. So they are enjoying that. But in the case of the Jnanis, so to get the Brahman realization, they also hear the Krishna Katha. So what is their mood? Are they enjoying? Will they enjoy? They will not enjoy. They will be using Krishna Katha, hearing Krishna Katha as a tool to get the liberation. But here the devotees, they are enjoying. That's why here Sukadeva Goswami is saying Ramante. That means they are just enjoying these Krishna Kathas. So enjoying of these Krishna Kathas is described where? It is nothing but that is Bhagavatam. So that is Bhagavatam. He said, Idam Bhagavatam Nama Puranam Brahma Sammitam Aditavan Dwaparado Pitu Dvaipayana Daham. So this is nothing but uh, Bhagavatam, and how he got it from his father, and he studied from his father at the beginning of the ending of Dwapara Yuga. Then after that, Sukadeva Goswami is saying he is giving, he is telling that his own example he is giving. That means to say, that means enjoying of the Krishna Katha is the highest thing than the Brahman realization. So that proof he is giving by his own example. He's telling that even having the, that means samadhi in Brahman, that means Nairgunye Parinishthitopi Uttama Sloka Leelaya. That means by hearing the past tense of the Lord, his heart is attracted towards that Gruhita Cheta. Then after that, so he heard those further from his father, those leelas from his father. Then that is being said. So that's why he is saying now, best thing I got from my father, and I am also giving to you that same thing because you are also having the lot of Shraddha on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Not only he and his forefathers also having the lot of Shraddha, they are also pure devotees. So that's why you are very much qualified person. So I am giving this Bhagavatam to you. Like that he said in the 10th. Then after that, so Parishit Maharaj accepted, yes, very nice. Bhakti Yoga is the ultimate. And but among this Bhakti Yoga, there are so many limbs are there for this Bhakti Yoga. Can you say anything best one among all these limbs of the Bhakti Yoga? Can you say anything? So like that, Parishit Maharaj, so assume that he asked question. To reply that, he said in the answer in the 11th sloka. So etan nirvidyamananam ichitam apato bhayam yoginam rupa nirnitam hare namanu kirtanam. So he Sukadeva Goswami established Kirtanam, among that also Nama Kirtanam. And that what kind of Nama Kirtanam? Nama Anukirtanam. So repeated one. That means one after another. Otherwise continuous. So this kind of Anukirtanam is the goal of the life. Even whatever services we does, so ultimately every second or every minute one has to be able to chant the names. Like example, if you see Bharata Maharaj, so Jiva Goswami explains Bharata even he was doing the kingly activities, he used to chant the holy name so that their pure devotion is not stopped. Externally, he might be doing the kingly activities and he is fighting and he is doing so many other things. But internally, he is always chanting the Krishna's name so that they are, you may think they are not doing the karmarpanam. No, that means karma arpana will be done by neophytes. So doing the some karma and then for offering that for the pleasing of the Lord, that is not the highest devotion. So they are directly engaging their mind in the service of the Lord. This is the highest devotion, which is completely free from the karma and jnana, which is not avrutam. That means which is not covered by the karma and jnana. Such a devotion they do. So that's why here Sukadeva Goswami is also saying Hare Nama Anukirtanam. That means continuous chanting one should do. That is a yoga process actually. We have to target for that. So first of all, we should try to remember, and then after that, try to remember means at least we should be Krishna conscious. Most of the times we are driven away by the modes, and we don't know how much time we are in the Krishna consciousness, how much time we are in the material consciousness. Most of the 24 hours, most of the time goes with the material consciousness. And we even don't know that we are now in the material consciousness. And very ignorantly we spend our time whole day. But here Sukadeva Goswami is saying that every minute you have to spend in chanting the holy names of the Lord. So that is said here as the highest thing. Then then Parshit may ask actually, he can ask a question. Okay, you said best thing for me, but what about my life? I have only short span of time. So then Sukadeva Goswami is saying that don't worry for that. So even one moment is enough. So if you know this thing and if you spend one moment in chanting the holy names of the Lord, that is going to save you. There is no need of so millions and millions of hours without knowing the glories of holy name. So that's simply waste of the time. So that being said, so then he is giving a proof for that. Even in 1 minute, if you know so the holy names of the Lord, glories of the holy names of the Lord, and if you spend for that, so one can easily save his life, and he giving the example of the Katwanga. So King Katwanga. Okay, then after that, he and even Katwanga was having only 1 moment and he saved his life. Then what to speak about you? You have more than that. That means you have 1 week of time, so you can easily so engage everything in the service of the Lord. Like that he said in the 14th sloka. Then finally he winded up. So that means glories of the bhakti is finished by this sloka 14. Okay. So then after that, in the 15th onwards, he wants to show the glories of the bhakti by comparing the with the Ashtanga Yoga. So by giving the comparison, if you say, then people will feel more attractive actually. So see these two, how much better this is. So like that, simply saying this is better, that's not sufficient. So if you say this is better than everything, then it will be more solidly establishing. So that's why here Sukadeva Goswami is establishing glories of the bhakti by comparing it with the Ashtanga Yoga. So Ashtanga Yoga is being started here from the 15th. He said that means then also other yogis also sitting in the assembly, they might be thinking, so they can, one can do the Ashtanga Yoga, and by the Ashtanga Yoga one can leave the body, so that can also be done. So but he is going to defeat their understanding, and finally after saying overall the Ashtanga Yoga, in the ending of second chapter he is once again glorify the bhakti, and he says that better than this Bhakti Yoga. He said initially and also ending also, beginning and ending, upakrama and upasamhara, beginning and ending both times is establishing bhakti. So that's why conclusion is what? Bhakti is superior. So then after that, how to do the Ashtanga Yoga is being explained in the 16th sloka. 16th sloka is covering three limbs of the Ashtanga Yoga. What are those? Yama, Niyama and Asana. Then 17th sloka is covering Pranayam, and 18th sloka is covering Pratyahar and Dharana, both. So then 19th sloka is covering dhyana. That means the limb by limb meditation, if you are able to do, then it is known as dhyana. Dharana and dhyana, what is the difference? In the case of the dharana, it's the overall meditation. That means he is not able to focus on one limb of the Lord, but he is overall focusing actually. So overall means is a less focus. So that is the stage of dharana. But if we that intensity of the dharana increase, then if we that so the mind is fully controlled, then he can come to the stage of the dhyana. So that means he is able to meditate on the limb, each limb, every limb of the Lord. So then after that, finally, what he has to do? He has to make his mind completely out from the material objects, sense objects. That means that mind is controlling the senses and is not allowing the senses to go to the sense objects. And now fully mind is focused on the Lord only. And other than the limbs of the Lord, this mind is not going to anywhere. And that means it's completely free from material. So that means is this mind is completely out from the material elements. It's not touching at all the material elements. So this state is known as samadhi, or otherwise a Brahma. Yeah. So it's a Brahman stage actually. So Brahma Padam Gachari. That means he attained the Brahman realization. That's Jivan Mukta he is now. He is Jivan Mukta. He's a liberated person now. So, of course, he might be meditating on the Lord. That is only the purpose of meditation he is doing. But actually, he is relishing the pleasure from where he is not relishing the pleasure. He doesn't want the relishing the pleasure by seeing the beauty of the Lord. No, that pleasure he rejects. But he happy with what? So now his goal is what? Taking out mind from the sense objects. That he has done. So that's why he is happy with that. So that is known as Brahman realization. So he got that. Then Parishad Sukadeva Goswami is saying, but sometimes one way may not able to meditate on the each and every limb of the Lord. They may not retain on the stage of the dhyana. Then what they have to do? They have to continue once again dharana. That is being said in the sloka number 20. 20, 20. So in the 21 sloka, 21st sloka, what he said? That means if one is not able to stay on the dhyana because of his mind being contaminated with the rajas and tamas, then he has to come down on dharana. He should continue dharana again. So then after that 21st sloka, he is saying, just he's giving an idea that here in this dhyana yoga process, he is able to get the Brahman realization because of there is a mix of the bhakti is there, little bhakti is there. What is that bhakti? That means no, that bhakti is remembering. That means engaging the mind on the Lord. That means smaranam of the Lord is done. That is the bhakti. So because of that bhakti only he got the success. That means he is able to make that mind out from this material objects. So that's why here just 21st sloka is saying that. So just without bhakti, any yoga is not going to give result. Only bhakti, any yoga mixed with the little bit of the bhakti, that only can give the result. That is being established in the 21st sloka. Then after hearing this, Parikshit Maharaj got the question. So, okay, that means someone's heart is the mind is touched with the rajas and tamas, if they are not able to continue dhyana, then they should, you said that they should come to the dharana. Then how to do that dharana? Can you explain me? So like that, yeah. Yatha sandharyate brahman dharana yatra sammata. Dharana, how to do that dharana? So if mind is contaminated, how to do that? He asked this question actually. Then Sukadeva Goswami started explaining for that. So then what he has to do? He has to engage that mind, so which is contaminated. Why, what is the main contamination means what? Mind is going on the sense objects and he is getting the attachment for those objects. Now that has to be relieved. That has to be stopped. For that, what he has to do? He has to see the all the sense objects are the limbs of the body, limbs of the Lord's body. So like that, he has to, which body? Which is nothing but the Virat Purusha. Virat Purusha is the Karyam and Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu is the Karanam. Karya Karanayoho Ekatvam. That means Karyam is not different from the Karana. In that way, so we should assume that Virat Purusha is also Lord. This concept is clear, no? Yes. Yeah. So like you see, curd is coming from milk. So curd is the Karyam and milk is Karana. So Karyam is non-different from the Karanam actually. Without Karana, can Karyam comes? No, no. Similarly, so here in the place of curd, you should take the Virat Purusha. In the place of the milk, you should take the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. So Virat Purusha is the Karyam and Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu Karanam. So you can say Karyam is equal to Karan or Karyam is equal to Karan. Why? So because it is coming from there only. So in that way, Virat Purusha also we are saying as Bhagavan. So there is just one may ask that how can you say Virat Purusha is Bhagavan, and how can you say seeing these material objects as the limbs of the Bhagavan? How can you say this is the Bhagavan? So that's why we are saying here the assumption is Karyam is non-different from the Karanam, who is nothing but the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. So in that way, we are seeing that means this yogi has to, that means whose heart is contaminated, that he has to see all the material objects, whatever he come across in this whole day-to-day life, everything he has to see as the different parts of the Virat Purusha. Yes. So how to see the Patala, where to see, and how to see the rivers, mountains, and also sky, air, water, Chandra, Surya, like that. All this being explained in till where? Till. So this is just information. So that's from 26 to 37. 26 to 37 is just an information. One may ask that means it may be asked in the exam also, but it's just an information. That means this material object should be assumed as this limb of the Virat Purusha. Like that. This is the information. So that's why there is no need to get worry about that. Then after that, 38 sloka. So today, 38 already I read, but I am going to go again, read again and so explain this. Okay. Prabhu, pen? Right? No? Nobody. Anyone has this pen? For X pen? Not normal pen. Anyone have this X pen? Otherwise, I don't know. I forgot in my room. Hmm? It can work. Oh my God. I'll check. Beginning itself, they are saying it will not work. It's not sensing actually.
Actually, this battery is dead.
No, actually, this is having some synchronization is needed, na? Between this pen and slate. Sync is needed. It's not just pen.
Take this.
I don't know actually. I forgot it. Maybe I don't know. Shall I go and check actually? 5 minutes I take.
You can send some devotee. You
Huh?
can send some.
Yeah, yeah.
What
There.
is your room number?
My room is 15. Room number 15. I don't know actually. Probably. Where I forgot. Huh? I want pen go home. मैं कहाँ भूल गया? मैं जाके आना ना. I shall I go for room 2 minutes? Huh? So you know how it looks? This looks black color actually. Probably बिस्तर में कहीं पड़ा हुआ दिख. Black color. I'm sorry actually. That's my mistake.
You can type.
Huh? No, no, no. Typing it will difficult.
Then you can use this one. You can use finger to make.
What is that? No, no. So many files I have actually. That's it.
That's great. You can draw with the.
But I have so many files in this. Anyway, let us see if he brings.
You said that Virat is also Bhagwan,
Yeah.
but in Bhagavad Gita, I read that
Bhagwan means not really Bhagwan. Just how can you say that means logically? He is not Bhagwan. He is the Stula Deha of the Hiranyagarbha. And but by seeing, like you say, even this whole world is also Bhagwan. Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samhatma Sudurlabha. Everything is Vasudeva. How can you say energy is not different from the energetic? Shakti Shaktimatoho Veda Veda Taucha Achintyo. That means there is no difference between the Shakti and Shaktiman. In that sense, we are saying. So here also, how he is seeing, that means this yogi, this whole thing is a different limbs of the Lord, because that is just a philosophical understanding, but not absolutely. There is a difference also there. There is a oneness. That is our philosophy. यानासो यानास्व ईश्वर विग्रहस्य यः सन्निवेशः कथितो मया ते धार्यतेऽस्मिन् वपुषि स्तविष्टे मनस्वबुद्ध्या न यतोऽस्ति किञ्चित्. I have thus explained to you the gross, material, gigantic conception of the personality of Godhead. One who seriously desires liberation concentrates his mind on this form of the Lord, because there is nothing more than this in the material world. Here, the main point, Acharyas are explaining and Prabhupada is also writing his purpose. By meditating on the Virat Purusha, what happens? That is being once again repeated here. Already we have seen before also. Once again, it is being said here. mind is, so that means unstable. So chanchala, swas chanchalya vasha yatra yatra brahmati. Wherever mind goes, that means on the hills, on the mountain, or on the rivers, on the some wealth or woman or anywhere it is the nature of the mind going here and there. So wherever it goes, tatra tatraiva bhagavatah idam amukam angam iti swabudhya vicharet. Even it goes on the big building, he has to see that it is also is the is nothing but the matter of the earth. And this is also part of the Lord, Virat Purusha's one limb. And if you see the reverse, then he should not get this some material consciousness. That means, oh, I was in that bank of river and my family was there. I was so much enjoying. And like that, it should not go like that. When he see river, immediately he has to see, oh, wow. Thank you, Prabhu. My life is saved. So then he should not see the reverse as something connected to his previous impressions. No, like the previous samskaras having the, oh, I was like that in that, like in many lives also have many samskaras. Those has to be simply striked off, and only he has to see. River means veins of the Virat Purusha, like that. Like that, wherever his mind goes, he has to see that object as the one of the limb of the Virat Purusha. So by this consciousness, what happens gradually? Huh? And this is the sadhana actually. So like devotee can also do. No, no, no. Vibhuti, like while tasting the water, so in the 7th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, and also in the 10th chapter, yeah. While drinking the water, so taste is also Lord. Yeah. So in our case, how we see, we use those vibhutis as to remember the Krishna, and our consciousness should be always on the names, qualities, form of the Lord, beautiful form. So these people, they have only the consciousness. Their consciousness is how to get rid of from this material attachment, but our consciousness is how to please Him, and that's why we are always try to remember the sweet form of the Lord, not the this Virat Purusha. But anyway, that's they can be useful. That's why it is said in the 7th chapter and also in the 10th chapter, both in the both places you can see. That's Aishwarya, actually, Lord's Aishwarya. So that is also very important, which will always help to be Krishna conscious. As much as we away from the artificial systems. Yeah. There are three types of this. Like any kind of place in Bhagavatam, demigod figures, Brahmaji, and then there is yours the cause of creation, destruction. So why this sort of, I mean, until unless we don't see the entire material world, that this is energy of the Lord, if there is someone is not there, then we will think that this is all made for our own enjoyment. The devotee also, like Prabhupada used to give an example, yes, of 100 rupees lying down. If you know that whose is 100 rupees, yes, then you are not able to enjoy. Yes, yes. Then so in that way, if we, then why the praise of him? Yes, yes, Prabhu. Nice. So that means for the beginners, that is the recommend. But as much as one elevates, so one should come to the pure form, transcendental form. But for the beginning stages, so they will be seeing Krishna as the creator and Krishna as the maintainer and the destroyer. These are all related to the material world and actions related to the material world. So, and also there are Sushtilas. We are going to also study 5th chapter and 6th chapter, all the Sushtilas. They are very much needed in the beginning stage of the bhakti life. So, because we are all sleeping in the lap of Maya Devi. So that's why to get up from that, best thing is because we are seeing Maya is only the ultimate everything, and sleeping in her lap is only the ultimate pleasure. So Vishnu actually in the 6th chapter of the this same canto, we are going to read that also. So he says that. So to wake up them from that sleep, best thing is, so they have to discuss the Srishti Leelas, how Lord is creating this whole universe, so that any object, we also see that it is the creation of the Lord. It's not the some X person is the owner of that, and we should not get any envious of that actually. So that will be. Yeah. Yeah. There won't be someone. Yes. Someone is not with them. Yes. The process also. Yeah. Yes, Prabhu. So like that, we are seeing everything in connection with the Lord. But as well as much as he progress, then he will focus his goal actually. So that means in the sweet past tense, and that means we will be doing the various other avatars also we glorify. But as much as we go in the final stage, that we will be focusing on the so Yashodananda. So that is the goal. But prayers also they are depending on the level of the bhakti. Demigods, they are not so strong pure devotees actually, and their prayers are not reflecting the pure devotion. They see Lord as their maintainer instead of seeing the Lord as, so they are the servants of the Lord. They see Lord is maintaining them, like that they see. And also their faith on the Lord is also not so strong. For example, when Hiranyaksha, Varahadevi is fighting with Hiranyaksha, so by the strength, one stroke he gave Hiranyaksha, then club from the Varahadevi slipped out. Then immediately demigods all ran away. Actually, they and they started hiding themselves behind the clouds actually, because they don't want to show their face to Hiranyaksha. Because now the Lord is, because they don't have any faith. Lord Vara is out now. And now, my God, we had a lot of hope on him, but now it is not going to work. So what should we do? Like that, they don't want to show their face and they were hiding. Then Hiranyaksha was seeing them and see what I did actually. Like that, he was showing his power. So that means their faith on the Lord is so weak. So, like neophytes means how we divide the devotees based upon the faith only we divide. So, amount of faith, if someone you have less faith, that means he is there in the weaker in the devotion actually. So, since they have less faith, so their prayers also like that. The prayers reflect their heart. So that's why we should go for the pure devotees, like in the 10th canto, we can see the Nagapatnis and Gopis. In Brahmaji's prayers also, the Dasarasa mixed with the Dasarasa actually. Those prayers also not so relishing. And Lord himself felt bored. Oh, what is stop it? I have seen so many things like this. He was standing in front of, he was just, he's a, when Brahmaji in front of him and he is started glorifying, forcefully he is standing in front of him and he has to hear his glories, his prayers. Otherwise, he was very much happy to enjoy with the Gopas and go and with cows. He was missing that moments actually. Why? And Brahmaji is making him to stand in front of him. That is the mood actually. That is the Lord always have his own choose. That means choosily. That means he relishes different prayers in different ways. Ye yatha mam prapadyanti. So that's why we try to see the in the Bhagavad also in the Srimad Bhagavatam. What are that means that we'll understand when we see the Priti Sandarbha. So the rasa, how it will manifest in the prayers, we can see the manifestation of rasa. Which rasa is being manifesting? Dasa rasa, the Sakya rasa, or the Vatsali rasa, or the Madhuri rasa. So there is a further higher subject matter. So that then we will be able to see the gradations in the prayers also. And gradually we'll be sticking to so certain prayers only. But initially, everything is needed. As you said, that's very much important initially. But we should not jump like that final stage. Yeah. And that's Vishnu Chakravarti himself says. That means that's why reading second canto is also very much important. That means our all the samshayas will be clean. So we should not have any doubt. So Lord is the supreme personality of Godhead. Like that, we should fully convinced. That will be done when we see how He is doing the creation. That we understand. Then only will be getting the full faith on Him. So that means these are all topics are going to build strong faith, full faith on the Lord. That's it's very important actually. Every chapter is important. Vyasdev is very choosily he compiled this book with a lot of vision, for vision.
In conversation that one guest was meeting with Shiva Prabhupada. So he was mentioning they say so much dharma prevalence nowadays. Prabhupada said, "No, don't worry, dharma is also the backside of Lord Shri Krishna." So in that way, he used to making things Krishna conscious with the help of Virat Guru. So how we can see that?
Yeah. So definitely, because everyone cannot immediately accept the pure devotion, they has to be engaged in the initially. That's why whatever you do, so just offer something to the Lord and at least chant one round, two rounds. This is the beginning the process, and they have little faith, and they are coming in contact with the devotees and trying to understand the who is Krishna and what is the position of the Krishna. So that's why they has to be regularly be in the association of devotees. And what we have to do, they have to hear the supreme position of the Lord again and again, and how he is saving his devotees and how he is reciprocating, how he is glorious. So that's why Bhagavad Gita is also very much important. And we have to give the many discourses on the how Lord protects and helps the devotees, and so that, and also how he is the creator and how he is maintaining the entire universe, and like that. And not the karma is going to help all of you, and they might be thinking that karma is the ultimate thing, karma is going to help, but really karma is not going to help. And they are all also, the heinousness of the karma is also being discussed in the shastra. And gradually we should keep on engaging them in the, so hearing the glories of the Lord. That's why Prabhupada gives that morning program. And also we have to regularly hear the Srimad Bhagavatam and the Bhagavad Gita. And this has to be done. And also these courses also is very important, which will be helping us. So dedicatedly we are understanding our books which we are distributing. So we also should deeply should study also. So this will be helping us, as also we are preparing ourselves and we can prepare others to develop their faith. If once they get faith, Lord is going to take care anything or everything of mine. Then you will be so giving me more and more. So how to increase the faith? So that is the most important thing. So Bhagavatam, by studying this, faith will increase, and also gradually it is also not only developing faith, it is increasing the taste also. So it increases. So Shraddha, Ruchir, Bhakti, Anukramishati. Ruchi also keep on increasing because it's a purifying. As much as we hear Bhagavatam, it will purify the heart, and finally, so one can get the desired goal. So like this Ashtanga Yogi, he will be seeing the wherever his mind goes, on whichever object it goes, he will be seeing that object as the some particular limb of the Virat Purusha. एवं च मनसः स्वाभाविकाः सर्वाः एव विषयाः भगवद अंगान्येव इति सर्वमपि चिन्तनं भगवत चिन्तनत्वेन पर्यवस्येत. So in this way, everything as the different parts of the Lord, he will be seeing like this. Then finally, he will be getting the what? So Bhagavad Chintanam. So by this consciousness, what will happen? There will be no competition mentality. He will not go for the acquiring of this because everything is in the Lord. So what is the point of acquiring that? And why? And he is not seeing this someone as owner of that object, and it is a part of the Lord's limbs only. Then in that way, spardha avagnadaya bhava na utpadyeran. In this way, so any kind of competition mentality. Spardha means enviousness or competition, and avagna means negligently handling. All these will be over. So like this, what will happen? In this way, heart will be purified. There are several ways in Shastra it is going to purify the heart. One is the best way is what? Namanukirtanam. And lesser than that is, so like Virat Purusha, meditating on the Virat Purusha, or otherwise following the Nishkam Karma Yoga. Nishkam Karma Yoga also purifies the heart. So like this, or otherwise, little purification will happen when you do the price chitta karma. So that means dana, tapa, vrata. These are also purifying. They are also jnana sadhanas. And by doing nishkam karma yoga, our heart is purified. And by even lower than that, Nishkam Karma Yoga is if we do some mistake, then some sin, then immediately giving the some prayaschitta. That may be just cutting the prarabdha only, but not the purifying the heart. But little bit, something at least prayaschitta, some atonement is there, means something is there in the heart, some kind of purity, little bit purity. So like this, there are the several methods are there, but the best method is only Namanukirtana. That we are going to see in the sixth chapter, sixth canto, third chapter. Again, that's the whole Bhagavatam is again and again establishing only one thing: chanting holy names and bhakti, pure devotional service. But we should see the varietiness in everyone's. It is coming from the different devotees' heart actually. Those all the things that we have to taste it, that we have to relish actually. How those devotees. So expressions are important. No? Same. You are eating the same materials, that means same grains and same the dal, everything. Ingredients are same, but we are preparing differently and relishing differently. No? The same way, different the speakers are giving the differently about the glories of the bhakti. That variegatedness we should enjoy actually.
Maybe the nine candles to get into the 10th candle. So all these nine candles arranged in such a way that the internal conflict between anatas is so by undergoing this, gradually the doubts gets cleared.
Yeah.
So that one comes to and complete shelter.
Yes.
So
faith will be full.
now
Asambhavana and Viparita Bhavanas. We say the questions which oppose the accepting the Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead, those doubts will be clean. And also thinking that someone is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So such a constructions also might be having. Those also will be clean. All will be clean, and one will be now fixed on the Krishna actually. Now Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So with this consciousness, if you see, then he will really relish and really understand. Otherwise, his material contamination will come up. When he see the Ras Panchadhyaya and so, then immediately what will pop up? He will be not able to relate the right meaning there. And he will be seeing the some material contamination. With the contaminated eyes, he will be seeing the contamination. And that will increase even. So that's why it's not recommended for the beginners to jump there. So 39 sloka will be today. I have to finish second chapter also. Prabhuji told yesterday also, you have to stick to the syllabus. There will be many things to discuss, but so I have to. I'm sure Prabhu told me. So I have to follow him. That means, like some chapters, if you feel it's easy, so give for the self study, like that. And wherever the. Yeah. Like yesterday also we did. Yeah. 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 But time was because after explanation, one thing I request, because reading the every line in the purport is also very difficult. But Prabhupada covers most 70%, 60 to 70% from the Vishwanath Chakravarti. So if you read the purports, you'll be see the same points actually. So that's why I'm not able to. One should not think that he is not covering the purpose. It's not like that, because the source is Prabhupada is writing on the Vishwanath Chakravarti commentary. At least 60 to 70% purports are there in that covering the whatever we discussed. 60% of purport will be covered with the commentary of Vishwanath Chakravarti. But remaining also we cannot do that. It's takes so much time, and other acharyas commentary points also he takes. That's a very elaborated study it will be. It will take, I used to take second canto more than so 25, 30 days every day, 2.5 hours like that. So much actually. But yeah, because here different system, we have to follow the given system. Sa sarvadhi प्रकृत्यनुभूत सर्वा आत्मा यथा स्वप्नजनेक्षितैकः तं सत्यमानन्दनिधिं भजेता प्रसज्येत आत्मपातः. Translation.
One should concentrate his mind upon the Supreme Personality, who alone distributes himself so many manifestations, just as ordinary person carries thousands of manifestations. One must concentrate the mind on the only all blissful of self. Otherwise, one will be misleaded and cause his own.
Thank you. So, here what is being said? Nice, everything is going. Dharana question was asked by Parshit Maharaj, and Sukadeva Goswami replied how to develop the consciousness while following that dharana. So that yogi has to see every object wherever his mind goes. So that object he should see as the limbs of the Lord. That means Virat Purusha. So by doing this successfully, what will happen? You know, some side products used to come. Like in the case of while do bhakti, there will be anarthas will be coming out because of bhakti also. What are those name, fame, and followers? So many things will come. Bhakti Utta Anarthas. The way when we do the bhakti, we get anarthas. The anarthas means that's enjoyable things. That means to enjoy so many things will come. So many will be saying, appreciating, wow, Prabhu, very nice, this, that, and you are the my guru, and so many things they say. So these are all actually, if one is driven away by this, then what will happen? Then his goal is what? Pleasing Krishna, Anyabhilasha Sunni. That's gone. And now he will be motivated by the more and more name and more followers, more and more fame. And then instead of becoming the Anyabhilasha Sunni, he will becoming the Sabhilasha for what? Name fame. Then what will be happening? So instead of growing the tree, Bhaktilata tree straightly, it is going to go parallelly like this. So it will not go up actually. He will not progress. So that's why one might be getting this kind of anarthas in his life many times and a lot of money also. Prabhuji, so you are so wonderful. Take this money, take this all property, and you utilize. So because of these things, if one get the attachment for those results, then he'll be finished. He cannot progress. The real tasteful, the fruit is there on the top actually. Now he is going like that on the horizontally instead of going the vertical. His progress is horizontal now. And what else more? What else more? What else more? Now, name, fame, and girls. So many people are coming in your life, and they are also saying, appreciating, and they want this and that. It will be happening. Brahmacharis also very should be careful actually. So because all these are all anarthas comes under the when you do the bhakti, they come actually. They must come actually. They will come. Definitely they'll come. But be careful. Huh? So if we similarly, when this dharana is done by this yogi, he is also getting the lot of different siddhis and different side products. So here Sukadeva Goswami is saying that so one should not be dharana. I mean that yogi should not be carried away by these things. No, that's being said here. ननु भगवद्धारणाभ्यासानुषंगिकानि फलानि भोगैश्वर्यादीनि अवश्यम उत्पद्यन्ते. Whenever you do any yoga, it may be the nishkama karma yoga or the jnana yoga or the bhakti yoga or the dhyana yoga, any yoga if you do, side products always come. And every yogi should be always so focused. He should be having the determination in his goal. He should be having the nischayatmaka buddhi. So vyavasayatmika buddhi reke kurunandani. That means there should be a resoluted consciousness should be there. Otherwise, we are finished our the nice life and we started our devotional life so nicely, beautifully, but it's gone. And gone means it is delayed. Our result is delayed. So this can happen. So that's why here in the case of the yogi also, he should not carried away by those anushangikani means secondary side products. Side products. So he should not be so if we accept those, what will happen? Dani Sataha Prap. That means generally we think that by doing karma only we'll be getting the results. No. Even if you do the Ashtanga Yoga, even if you do the Bhakti Yoga, also you are going to get the result. The wealth, money, so many things. So that's why those automatically they come. So now yoga is swatah prapta upayinjita nava. That means if he enjoys, what will happen? His yoga will be saithilyam. His yoga now finished. Now he cannot see everything as the limbo of the Lord. Then he will be getting, I want this, I want that, I want further, I want further. Then now further, his dharana, he fell down from even from the dharana also. Then gone. And but if he reject, that means they are coming. And but now what? What he is not enjoying that. That means what? He has to control mind and he should not be carried away by those results. So yada na yoga upachitasu chetaha mayasu siddhasya vishajjet anga. That means this one sloka is there. He should not, that means whatever the bhoga, that means whatever the Aishwarya is standing in front of him, that means siddhis, lot of the anima, lagima, mahima, vasita, like that, kamita, like that, many siddhis also he used to get. He can become smaller than the smallest and he can do whatever he wants. Such a siddhis he is getting. So even in the devotional service also, nectar of devotion we are seeing. Na? So we'll be getting all the siddhis, bhukti, mukti. All these will be coming with the bhakti. But one should not be going behind the siddhis, bhukti or mukti. These are all pisachis. So these are pisachi and one should not go away, carried away from by those things. So, so now they are coming and standing in front of this yogi, all the Bhogaishwaryas. Then how to stop this? Viveke naiva. That means sarvam sukaram iti viveka prakaram darshi sayogi sarvabhidhyam vruttibhir indriya lakshanabhi prachina sahasra janma vartanibhi अनुभूतमेव सर्वं देवेन्द्रत्व नरेन्द्रत्वादिकं भोगैश्वर्यादिकं येन सह किं पुनः पुनश्चर्वित चर्वणया इति भावः. How he has to see? Oh, in my life, so many lives I was Indra, I was Brahmaji, I was this and I was that, and I enjoyed already these things. And I don't have any kind of relishment in that. And it is like just chewing the chewed one. And these are all not at all needed for me. Like that, he should have a strong determination to progress in the dharana to dhyana. So, and he should reject with the strong intelligence, actually, with the strong intelligence. Acha, 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 acha. Yeah. Easy to get. Here, न च तस्य तस्य अपि न स्थिरत्वम् इत्यत्र दृष्टान्तः. And he has to see that it's like a example in our life, that means Jivatma is seeing so many dreams, and they'll be in the dream also we get enjoyment. So whatever karma which is not going to give result in the, that means some karma, like someone have the only having the vivaha yoga only for the few moments, then he will be getting the girl in the dream, and so he will get married there and the karma is finished. Yeah, some that, like that also happens actually. Dreams also created by the Lord, like how our day-to-day life is created by the Lord. Dreams also created by the Lord, and dreams also destroy the karma. So in the dreams, by getting these some different things, so your karma is being destroyed there. So like in the dreams, we get these so many things and they are going away. Like that also, whatever these Bhoga is coming in front of me, they also will be there for some time and those will be finished. So why I have to go behind this? And
His dreams actually, it is for in the devotee case, the karma is very strong.
Everyone's case.
Everyone.
Yeah, yeah. Dreams also made by the Lord, and if we get the dreams in the dreams, Lord or the Guru, this is very auspicious, and that is also blessings of the Lord, mercy of the Lord.
मुझे in fourth canto, the Gopal talks about like in mind we have seen golden and we have seen mountain, and then in dream we see a golden mountain.
Yeah.
So we should not pay so much attention to dreams. That way, Gopal writes in the book.
Yes. So
The dream is that creates the cause.
no, it will not create. It will finish.
Only
It destroys.
That's why Prabhupada said we should read the book.
Yeah, that's it.
That so that we get a good dream so that
Yes.
That is
Yeah. So that means some prarabdha will be finished. That means the karma which is ripened now, that has to be enjoyed. That will be arranged through the dreams also.
That means the prarabdha we get
will be finished.
Anyway, like it's not about the depiction service, like one of the third canto, other and something like that. When we must go like when we do devotion service, the subtle body is digested. So how what is that?
When we do devotion, subtle body is converted actually, is transformed into. Yeah. By doing devotion, prarabdha, kutam, bijam, aprarabdha, kutam, bijam, prarabdha. There are the 4 different types of the karma, of the sins. All these will be destroyed. But so prarabdha karma is also being destroyed by the devotion. But those, that means who are in the pure devotional platform, that pure devotion gradually destroys. It will not destroy immediately. Because the amount of the anarthas we have, based upon that, the amount of eradication of these things happens. If you one have the 0 offenses are different, and anarthas are. Anartha is a superset. In that, offenses also is one part. So one of the anartha is sukritot anartha or dushkritot anartha. That means the prarabdha which is there. This anartha will be completely eradicated in the stage of the anartha nivritti. Before that, bhajana kriya, anishtita bhajana kriya will be there. So at that time, so one will be getting the results of that. Results of those prarabdha which is there. That complete eradication will happen in the stage of anartha nivritti. Before that, sadhusanga bhajana kriya is there. So there it will be there still actually. That means, but bhakti can destroy all the aprarabdha, kutam, bijam, prarabdha, everything within a second also, within one name also. But in the provided 0 offenses. Like in the case of Ajahn. One name he took at the time of Nam Samskaran, Namakarana, the event for his son. By that Narayana itself, everything, even the future sin also is destroyed for him. That is the power of the holy name. But if anyone have a lot of offenses, then the eradication of these anarthas will happen gradually. So that's why the amount of eradication of the anarthas will depends upon the amount of offenses we have, aparadhas. Aparadhas are different and anartha. That's what I'm saying. So, yeah.
Jump put down on these things. But daily once they come checking, but daily once surrender that
No, it's not surrender. It's the amount of the offenses. We surrendered completely, but we have so many offenses. Then you have to do a lot of, that means sadhana to reduce those offenses. Then like you have a wet wood, एक गीला लकड़ी है और उसको आग लगा दी, वो आग तुरंत नहीं पकड़ता है ना, वो धीरे 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 जितना उसमें गीलापन कम होता है तो आग उतना पकड़ेगा. ऐसा ही हमारा हृदय में जो भी है गंदगी, तो अनर्थ, वो जितना ऑफेंसेस दूर होगा उतना ये होली नेम से वो सब नष्ट होता है. So that depends upon the amount of anarthas we have. That's why it will take a lot of time to clean the things. Anyway. So here, this yogi is thinking that finally he has to see when some enjoyment comes, so he should simply make this fixed intelligence. And I don't want these things. And already I enjoyed in my previous life so many times this. and is like just chewing the chewed one. And I don't want. I have to travel. That means I have to progress further only, and I will not be giving any attention for this. Like that, he should be making himself. Then we'll be starting the next chapter. Okay. 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
मुझे लाइक मेरे को इसमें कंफ्यूजन है। जैसे अनर्था है, कंसेस है, और ये बीजम कुटम ये सब है। अनर्था तो हमारे पिछले चले आते हैं, और ऑफेंसेस होते हैं जब हम भक्ति में
नहीं, उसके पहले नहीं।
अच्छा, उससे
Knowingly or
पहले
unknowingly?
नहीं, उससे पहले भक्ति की, ऐसे जब हम भक्ति में जुड़ेंगे तो भक्ति से रिलेटेड ऑफेंसेस कैसे आ सकते हैं?
ऐसा कोई गारंटी नहीं है कि हम लोग इसी जन्म में भक्ति से जुड़े।
अच्छा अच्छा, ठीक है, ये कहना ठीक है। तो ऑफेंसेस भी हैं,
और
अनर्था भी।
और इनके unknowingly, even if you don't know bhakti and you can have another sense.
हाँ
Unknowingly also is offensive.
हाँ, तो अब अनर्था है, ऑफेंसेस है। अब इसका दोनों का रिलेशन बीजम कुटम से कैसे होगी?
One of the anartha is bijam kutam. And offense also is one of the anartha only. But offense is reduced by chanting holy name. That remaining all anarthas will be out.
Offense is reduced by chanting.
The amount of the offenses are reduced. Based upon that, remaining anarthas will be finished. Offense also is one.
मैं समझना चाहता हूँ।
Like anarthas are sukritot anartha, dushkritot anartha, bhaktit anartha,
हाँ
aparadot anartha. There are four. Aparadot anartha is the powerful one. So as much as you chant the holy names, aparadot anartha will be finished.
ठीक।
So then that will lead to the destruction of remaining three also.
Okay. And then when these three are destroying, then these Bijam Kutam,
Will be finished.
it means to the degree the offenses are decreasing, to that degree this Bijam Kutam will decrease.
Yes.
The offenseless chanting is very important. Chanting is very important. So
Okay, then I got that. Thank you.
you were telling that the yogi realized that I have done all this previous things in my previous
Many
lives. So how he realized this in this life?
Because he knows the Shastra, na? Like how we also knows. Like that he has fixed his intelligence that in many lives we took many births because he's now able to get the different siddhis also. So that means he's seeing all other planets also. So all these I enjoyed anyway. So I don't want like that. So he makes
On the basis of reading the scriptures, we can also realize.
Yeah, we can also.
Means if we want to quickly progress like this sadhana bhakti bhajan kriya nirvritti and shraddha, so the point is we have to minimize our offenses.
Yes, that is the main thing. The further we should know glories of the holy name. We should know the subtleties of the bhakti. How one can offend them. That has to be.
Either we'll be stuck in the nirvritti only for a very long time.
We'll start. Sri Shuka Uvacha Evam Pura Dharanayatmayo Nashtam Smritim Pratyavarudhyatushtat Tatha Sasajjedam Moga Drishtir Yatha Yayat Prag Vyavasaya Buddhi. Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, formerly prior to the manifestation of the cosmos, Lord Brahma, by meditating on the Virat Rupa, regained his lost consciousness by appeasing the Lord. Thus, he was able to rebuild the creation as it was before. What is said in this sloka? Okay.
Creation and all.
In the case of Lord, in the case of devotees, that's Jagrati, Swapna, Sushupti, Turiya. All are one. There is no Swapna and there is no Jagrati and there is no. So, because Jagrati is because of goodness, Swapna Avastha is because of passion, and Turiya is, sorry, Sushupti is out of ignorance, and the Turiya is beyond these three modes. That's a Brahman realization. And above to that is fifth one is the transcendental, that means service to the Lord. That's the fifth. So that's why they are in the fifth. So for them, these are all not applied. So Jagrati, Sapna, Sushupti, Turiya, they are not applied.
You want to say please Paul.
Please, huh? Okay.
Okay.
This is Prabhu. Yeah. Sukadeva Goswami said, what is the point here? Now where the topic is going on? We should be always in the flow, whatever is given by this Srila Sukadeva Goswami. That is my main concern. So that second canto should not be like, oh, what is happening? We are not able to understand. Prabhu. Like that, many they say actually. So that's why I'm trying to focus on the where how the Sukadeva Goswami is taking us and establishing again and again pure devotion. That is my main concern actually. I am trying to maintain that. So, can anyone guess from this? Formerly prior to the manifestation of the cosmos, Lord Brahma, by meditating on the Virat Rupa, regained his lost consciousness by appeasing the Lord.
He might be citing some example who has done this.
Yeah, he's giving an example. So Sukadeva Goswami is giving an example. Previously, so Lord Brahma also did this. But here mainly we are seeing Lord Brahma didn't do this meditation on the Virat Purusha just for the getting of some liberation. But the power of the meditating on Virat Purusha is being explained to us through this example. If anyone meditate on the Virat Purusha successfully, what will happen? He gains such a ability, he can do the creation. Such a wonderful will be manifesting in that person. So that is an example actually. The example cited herein of Brahmaji is one of forgetfulness. Brahmaji is the incarnation of one of the mundane attributes of the Lord, being the incarnation of the passion mode of incarnation of the something. No, actually. Of the passion mode of material nature, he is empowered by the Lord to generate the beautiful material manifestation. Yet, due to his being one of the numerous living entities, he is apt to forget the art of his creative energy. This forgetfulness of the living being beginning from Brahma. So Prabhupada always try to, Prabhupada's mood is, he is always how to convince us to take the Krishna consciousness people, Krishna conscious philosophy. And he gives a lot of yuktis and a lot of explanations. So we have to, we are missing the Krishna consciousness, and that's the most important thing. And that angle he always focus actually. You can easily understand it. When you read the purports, it's very clear. That is the Prabhupada's vision. How to make all of them, in the present society people, so the devotees. That is the main concern of Srila Prabhupada. So that's why his purports are oriented about that. And he, Prabhupada, maybe we may not strictly seeing the each and every sloka connection and so that this is that. But Prabhupada, but if you do very subtly and also with the help of Acharya's book, then you can get the connections also through this. But main focus is Prabhupada's focus is how to preach and bring them to the Krishna consciousness. This is the Prabhupada's goal actually. So that's why always his purports are focusing on that. So that's why you see here Prabhupada is not writing in the first line that this is for that. I will not forget. Yeah. This chance is available in the human form of life. And if a human being follows the instructions of Srimad Bhagavatam and begins to meditate upon the Virat Rupa, then a revival of his pure consciousness and counteraction of the tendency to forget his eternal relationship with the Lord can follow simultaneously. And as soon as this forgetfulness is removed, the Vyavasaya Buddhi, as mentioned here and in the Bhagavad Gita. So that means the beginning. That means even the devotees also so can see the things, everything is the Lord's vibhuti. Are they? Everything is the part of the Lord's energy. So like that he can see, but he should come to the Vyavasayatmika Buddhi finally. That is Vyavasayatmika Buddhi is indicating what? Is a pure devotional service. So in the second canto, 40 and 41st sloka. So Neha Vikrama Nashosti Pratyavayo na Vidyat. So Salpamapyasya Dharmasya Trayita Mahato Bhaya. That sloka and next sloka. So these two slokas are indicating the pure devotion. Shravana Kirtanadrupa Bhakti. Vyavasayatmik Buddhi means what here? So I am completely surrendered to the Krishna, and today onwards I will be 24 hours doing this Shravanam Kirtanam and Vishnu Smaran, all these limbs of the Bhakti. And whether it may save me or may not save me, whether because my Gurudev instructed me to do this process and I will be doing this and result may get, may not be get. And I may relieve in this material samsara and may not relieve. And I may get the any happiness or may not get. But I should not leave this. I will be doing all the time this. That means Shravana Kirtanadirupa Bhakti, which is instructed by my Gurudev. So this is known as Vyavasayatmika Buddhi actually. So then they are resoluted. That means here Prabhupada is saying, now in the beginning stage, you might be seeing the different things as a part of the Lord's energy and like that. But finally, he should come to the Vyavasayatmika Buddhi. I will do only this, pleasing the Krishna. Not, I will not do anything other than this. So one should come to this stage. The kingdom of Godhead is unlimited. Therefore, the number of assisting hands of the Lord is also unlimited. The Bhagavad Gita asserts that the Lord has his hands, legs, eyes, and mouth in every nook and corner of his creation. This means that the expansion of differentiated parts and parcels called jivas or living entities are assisting hands of the Lord, and all of them are meant for rendering particular pattern of service to the Lord. So, being every jivatma is part and parcel of the Lord, so its constitutional position is serving the Lord. The conditioned soul, even in the position of the Brahma, forgets This by the influence of illusory material energy generated out of false egoism. One can counteract such false egoism by invoking God consciousness. Liberation means getting out of the slumber of forgetfulness and becoming situated in the real loving service of the Lord. So, liberation, that means moksha means actually merging into the Brahman is not moksha actually. Kaivalyam means what? In the Shastra, also previous Acharya said, Kaivalyam means not moksha. Kaivalyam means pure devotional service. That means Kevala. Kevala means no other. Kaivalyam means pure. So, what is the pure thing? That means love of the Godhead is the pure one. Remaining all are impure only. So that's why Kaivalyam Kevala means prema. So Kaivalyam means so love of the Godhead. Prabhupada connects these so many points in one purport. He will go here and there and writes so many points with the background of the many things. Until unless if we study the various devotional axioms, we cannot catch his purport. Otherwise, we'll be overly going like that. Many points will not be striking to us. They will not strike to us, and like that will go. But he, because a lot of Acharya's commentaries and a lot of realizations and practical applications, by seeing all these things, he will write the purport. It's very, that's why if one purport will take properly discussed at least half an hour. Like when will you finish the hot course? That's why he said, do the Nityam Bhagavad Seva. Every day you should do like this is the service of Brahma is a sample of service and liberation, distinguished from the so-called altruistic services full of mistakes and forgetfulness. Liberation is never inaction, but service without human mistakes. Yes.
The thing of the purpose, like how much identity of the Virat move also. Yesterday we also studied that this part is showing this. So, why only Virat move meditation? Why not Sham Sundar movement? Energy can come, power can come from that group also. Why Virat move is?
Yeah. So it's a Brahmaji. It's not necessary that every Brahmaji is a pure devotee. Okay. So and second thing is he wants the specific task oriented. That means he wants to do the creation. So for the creation, he has to fully know the details of the Virat Purusha. So if he is able to meditate on the Virat Purusha fully, means he is able to see everything in the Virat Purusha. That means he can use the ingredients are all present in the Virat Purusha only. Those ingredients are taken out and given to each and every soul as per their karma. That means the amount of the ignorance, the amount of intelligence, amount of the mind, amount of the ego, amount of the working senses and knowledge senses, all and body, all these things are decided based upon the karma. But who is going to check that karma and allow the sanction of these things? That's Brahmaji will do. So that's why he's going to create the different devatas who have the bad karma. They will be demons, that means asuras, daityas, devatas, humans, bhuta, preta, pisachi, like that. So many creations he does. All the for the living entities based upon their karma, he'll be giving the body and sending them to the different planets. Go here, you go here, you go here.
It's like as a mirror for from it's like so that he can do all the things and he should be convinced that I am doing this, I am doing this,
Yes,
and he's taking that from the Lord.
Yes, yes.
That's the
Yeah.
personally that he can
He has many staff. Definitely many staff are there. Yeah, he has many staffs, actually, definitely. Like because we are taking the birth in the next womb, that is also decided by so his arrangement only. All the creation of our body is also under his control. He has so much long system. This hierarchy is there. शाब्दस्य हि शाब्दस्य हि ब्रह्मण एष पन्था यन्नामभिर्ध्यायति धीरपार्थै परिभ्रमंस्तत्र न विन्दतेऽर्थान् मायामये वासनयाशयानः. Can anyone read translation?
The way of presentation of the Vedic sound is so bewildering and directs intelligence of the people to meaningless things like the heavenly kingdoms, The conditioned souls hover in dreams of such heavenly illusory pleasures, but actually they do not relish any tangible happiness in such places.
Yeah. Now, topic where Sukadeva Goswami is taking us from translation. Can anyone guess?
Maybe might be thinking, what about the Karmkand, they do go to heavenly planet.
Yeah.
He's saying it is ill. Yes, kind of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So some might be in that same assembly. Already Ashtanga yogis are there and Karmis also there. Na? At the end of the time, they should do the karma kandas, do the some big sacrifice, and Parishit might can go to the Swarga. Why he has to do this Ashtanga yoga? Because they are also, because all the different sects they will be rejecting others. Na? I agree. Why he has to do Ashtanga yoga? You should do the karma kanda. That means if Parishit Maharaj goes and asks the different individual, they will be giving their own philosophy to him. So that's why. But Sukadeva Goswami keeping everything in his mind and seeing that means various other suggestions and without speaking, they didn't speak, but he is going to defeat or he is going to reject all those. So assuming, so they might be so thinking like that. Now he is rejecting here. Sukadeva Goswami is rejecting. So Parikshit should not go to do the karma kanda now and go for this swarga. He should not hanker for that. That he is being defeating here. That is, he is defeating that one. So the person who is going to die, he should not perform the yajnas, which will be leading to heaven. That is being said here. Why one should not hanker for the Swarga Sukha? Because that is Paribraman Tatra Navindate Ardhan. Mayamaye Vasanaya Shayanaha. Like in the dream, we sleep and we'll be getting this, so many things in the dream, but when we wake up from the dream, everything is lost. Similarly, in the case of the karmis also, they will be doing a lot of hard work and they are getting these so many things, and after that, they'll be kicked out from there. Yes. So that means even the Swarga, if they go, they have to return back from there. So it's compared, this is compared with here, the objects getting in a dream. That is the point. Paribraman, that means he is going here and there. That means Sarga, and also after that, this loka, Varun loka, Surya loka. These are all enjoyment. These are the different lokas, different demigods lokas are all meant for the enjoyment. So Ganesha loka, yes, Varuna loka, Indra loka, Chandra loka, Surya loka, like that. Many lokas are there. He is going here and there, and everywhere he is kicked out. The way we are getting the different dreams and getting the some things, and we are losing after the getting the same way. So that's why after saying this, Sukadeva Goswami is saying, conditions are strictly under the laws of fruitive activities and such they sometimes go up to the Brahmaloka and again come to down to Pataloka as if they were unintelligent children on a merry-go-round. The real happiness in the kingdom of God, where no one has to undergo the pangs of material existence. Therefore, the Vedic ways of fruitive activities for the living entities are misleading. Actually, karma kandas uddesha, that means purpose is also to make the, that means one God conscious, that means Vishnu conscious. They, in the ending of the karma kanda, everywhere it is said that you should not enjoy the fruits of this karma, but you should offer that to the Vishnu. And as a yajna sistasana, so that means as the remnants of the yajna, you should accept the remnants of that yajna. That means whatever you get, you do yajna with those things. And whatever the remnants are there, that you eat. So that is the system in the karma kanda. But karma kanda people, they don't follow the entire thing. Only they see the part. If I do this work, I will get this fruit. So this much they are attracted, they do that much, and so they say we are happy with this. And the ending of the karma kanda is also all the time he is instructing not to enjoy for the personal sake, but they should offer that to the Vishnu. And after offering whatever is remaining, that they has to accept. So this is the system, so that they will be purified from that karma, and they will not be entangled to that karma. But their karma is their misunderstanding. So Sri Sukadeva Goswami is also affirming that now Parishit, you don't need to do any yajna and go to the Swarga. Those are all very temporary, like a dream, getting objects in a dream. Atah kavirnam suyavadartah syada pramatto vyavasaya buddhi सिद्धेन्ययाब्धे सिद्धेन्यथार्धे नयते तत्र परिश्रमं तत्र समीक्षमाणः.
For this reason, the enlightened person should endeavor only for the minimum necessities of life, while in the world of names, he should be intelligently fixed and never endeavor for unwanted things, being competent to see practically that all such endeavors are merely hard labor for nothing.
Yeah. Connection? Guessing me. Okay, shall I keep that back?
Like karma can't, there are so much elements, so one should not be run away after them. So don't waste time. Be simple.
Ah.
Sometimes in the name of needs, because we get something like sidetracked. We forget the
Yogis, they get sidetracked. Yes.
So that's why they just perform what is required.
Yes.
Then just go ahead.
Yes, yes.
Something else.
Go, yeah, something, not this. Yes, that is.
Don't waste time.
Yes. Yes.
Just focus on.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, Prabhu. So he's saying here, here, our focus of our discussion is the person who is doing the dharana. Now, the whole topic is centered around the yogi who is in the dharana stage. While doing the dharana properly, that means by the sloka 30th sloka, we finish that dharana explanation and he is able to do dharana successfully. And if he does dharana successfully, what will happen? So many allurements, that means bhoga ishwaryas will come to him. And he should not get attracted for those. He said that in the 39th sloka. And first sloka of the second chapter, he is saying that so such a bhogaishwarya will come, even one can create that means one can do the creation, secondary creation. Like Brahmaji also doing the dharana and the Virat Rupa, and then he is getting the ability to do the creation. So that means dharana is having process, is having such a powers. So, but one should not be allured by these things. That Parishit, they has to keep in their mind this thing. And he said, and now after in the second sloka, he's saying, so even he said, so he switched to the next topic that so in that assembly there are the other karmis also there. Parishit, you don't need to do even the karma kanda and go to the swarga in this end of time, the 7 days. You don't need to do the big sacrifice and go to So he has to, this the dharana, whoever is successful meditating on the Virat Rupa, he has to do now meditation on either Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu or otherwise Chaturmukha, that means Chaturbhuja form, Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu in his heart. And he has to, now he can easily now fix in the dhyana, then after that he can get the Brahman realization. So this is the topic actually. So now that's why Sukadeva Goswami is saying that in this third sloka, so my dear Parikshit, those yogis should not be allured by the material, so results. They should simply, they should get the vairagya towards that. So whatever the results are coming, so they should get the, that means whatever the results are in the form of Bhogaishvara coming, he should be getting the renouncement, vairagyam. This vairagyam is needed in the case of bhaktas and jnanis also. That means Rupa Goswami says in the Nectar of Devotion, so yukta vairagyam is needed. Even if you, in the beginning of the devotion, there is a little jnana is also is needed and some amount of vairagyam is also needed. But actually bhakti is completely independent of everything. Pure devotional service independent of everything. But so, but the neophytes, if they know, come to know that I am not body, I am the soul, this is good actually. This will be definitely helping. So to enter into the pure devotional service. But pure devotional service is completely independent. That means somehow or other, someone is chanting 24 hours holy name, even he doesn't know he is not body and he is a soul. Can he be delivered or not? He'll be delivered actually. Can he get the law of the Godhead or not? He will get the law of the Godhead. That means what? Pure devotional service doesn't require any kind of support of the Gnana or the Vairagya, but independent it is. That means if you do that, that means pure devotional service means what? Putting complete faith on the Lord and without any other desires for the pleasure of the Lord, doing this Shravanam Kirtan 24 hours. So if you do this, definitely even if you don't maintain any Vairagya or anything, so you will be getting the result. But the point is, but to enter into the pure devotional service, it is useful. Similarly, in the case of devotion, some kind of, that means, so initially it will be vairagi is also needed. And for the jnanis is must actually. In the case of the jnanis must, they should be purifying the heart, Nishkama Karma Yoga, they should be completely stable in the Nishkama Karma Yoga, and they are successfully, they should be successful in leaving the karma. So then only they can enter into the Gnana Yoga. So that's why for entering into the Gnana Yoga, detachment from the results of the karma is must. And for the case of the bhaktis, it's okay, it's useful. But for the case, what about the case of the Ashtanga yogis? Even Ashtanga yogis also, when do the dharana, now the results are coming not out of the karma. The results are coming out of dharana actually. And they also should leave the results of those. They should completely detach and they should go to the dhyana stage. They should now fix their consciousness, their mind on the beautiful form of the Lord. Now, till now, he is meditating on the Virat Rupa. That has to be stopped and he has to do further. And what about the maintenance of his body? You might be asking him. So, if he's leaving everything, then how he will live? Then here, Sukadeva Goswami is saying that Kamasya Nendriya Priti Labho Jiveta Yavat. Only that dharana, whoever is doing the dharana, that yogi, whatever the appearances is getting, in that only this much, little bit he has to accept, so that he can maintain his body. Like even in the case of devotees also, if we do the devotion, so only for personal use, everything, whatever the donations we get, that should be utilized for the service of the Lord, not for the enjoyment of ours. So if you do enjoyment, then we are falling from our yoga actually, from our bhakti yoga. We are there to do the anya vilasas. When we want to cultivate the such a consciousness, we want to please the only the Lord. And now we started enjoying, then we are also falling actually. So that's only that much one should accept so that his body and soul can be maintained together. So that's why here in the Sutta Goswami also says that Kamasya Nendriya Priti Labho Jiveta Yavata Jivasya Tattva Jignasa Nato Yascheha Karma Bhi. So that's why only that much sense gratification. That sense gratification means what? Giving the sense objects to the senses. So that is known, that is not that we are eating means or we are putting the some sense object in the senses or not. That much we should do so that our body can be maintained. So, but not the Indriya Priti should not be the goal. Gratifying the senses should not be the goal. So similarly here, dharana person also, so yogi also, he should accept only that so that he can body maintain together.
The dharana is concentration for 4 seconds. And then dharana is for 12 seconds. And then there's how just for 12 seconds meditation can give this kind of results.
I don't know. He is giving, he said, I am accepting. So, dhyana also is having so many levels actually. Dhyana also various gradations, like Tailadhara, and before that, like water, how it goes, like that. Many are there. So, huh? Huh. Meditation like oil time. So many levels are there. So I don't know. But dharana, if he does, then he'll be developing the powers. You will. So, any.
All the all the levels of this Ashtanga Yoga is to practice simultaneously survival or like first you to perfect one.
Yeah, one after one. So that means you become perfect in Yama Nima. So then it's not that now you become stable in the asana, then I will eat more. No, Yama should continue. Otherwise, you'll be once again you'll fail in the sitting. Actually. Those will be which are needed, those will be maintained. So, but one is leading to the another step. Like pranayama, if you do, then your mind will be controlled. So that you can control your senses. That's a pratyahara. Then after that, control mind and control senses are with you. Then using that control mind, you should put on the so form of the Lord. So then that is dharana, like that. So anyway, those by doing dharana, powers will come. That will take.
You said that some that I guess personal or individual common or personal
In whose case?
is said that every
Devotee's case or the yogi's case? Achha, achha, achha.
so varieties
Vairagya means so that we can maintain our body. That means here main point is there should not be any sense gratification. No indriya priti, na indriya priti. So whatever the process we do, definitely we'll be getting these so many, that means so many things is written back. Like name, lot of money people will give money to you. So those has to be, so only one eats that much or one should take from that so that his body can be made. That is the Vairagya. That's for everyone. Nah? Yeah. So Nendriya Priti Labho Jiveta Yavata Yavat Ityutta Nyayana Namasu Bhogya Vakteshu Yavata Arthena Swikrutena Arthas. You should accept that. But if you are able to maintain, if that yogi is able to maintain in another way, even he should not accept that also. What is that another way? You're understanding my point? If that yogi who is in the dharana, he is getting the lot of aishwaryas. In that, how much he should accept? Only that much so that he can maintain body and soul together. But if he is able, without accepting that, if he is able to maintain his body in another way, without accepting that can he able to maintain, so then what, he should not accept that also. What is that other way, you may have this question? Yes. No. So what is that no, just I'm saying, if that yogi is able to maintain his body somehow or other way, instead of accepting anything of this bhoga aishwarya, then he should not accept that bhoga aishwarya also. So what is that another way? No. So,
जैसे अगर मान ले रोटी दाल सब्जी खा के रह सकता है तो उसे पिज्जा बर्गर ये सब अगर मिल लिए तो खाने की जरूरत
like other way means example you, you should reduce the human standard level then you will be, your answer is right. What is another way? If you have, so the trees are there to give the fruits, why you have to go and beg someone, or why you have to accept someone's donation? You, and if there the rivers are there to drink water, then why we have to so depend on this someone else cannon something. Which you go on dependent on it. Huh?
He is now dependent on nature.
So if you have your hands, then what is the need of having the pillows? He's going to say no. That's Sukadeva Goswami is saying, if that yogi, that dharana yogi, is able to maintain his body somehow or other way instead of accepting this also. Because when he accepts this much thing, so he has to meet so many people, like some rich people, they are seeing this his dharana stage, and they are also impressed because of his effulgence and that, and they are coming and they are giving the money. So at that time, he has to interact with them. So then wasting of time, this also. And he should be like humble or something. So something, some kind of etiquette has to be maintained. Why you have to do that? If you are able to maintain your body in another way, you should not accept that also. Your time will be wasted there to impress them or to be with them. So then maintain your body in another way. That is being said in the next sloka. We'll be seeing that.
This is for the strong yogis.
Yeah, even for the devotees also.
I'm just trying to relate.
Yeah.
That it's all a dream. It's all a because we also get some siddhi, just like singing, speaking skills.
And not only that, name, fame also.
Yeah. Then we get some money also.
Money also.
I've seen few devotees now they do kirtan, they do katha to get money only.
Yes,
So that's how they become professionals like.
yes, yes, yes.
So the purpose was different.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah, gone.
complete
Gone actually. Yes. So pleasing Krishna, that mood is gone. And next time he will see the program, whoever is giving more money, there I will go. Wherever if I go there, I can get more followers, then I will go there. I'll teach there. The mood of pleasing Krishna is gone now. Then purity of the heart is gone, diluted. And we are not knowing, unknowingly, we are already out from the devotion actually. We don't know also this. Many times it happens. And it will become very common among us and we will be seeing. So it's okay.
we support that.
Hmm.
हमारा से चौक क्यों बोल रहा है ऐसे
Wait. It comes actually. So it's very, that's why purity of the devotion is one of the checkpoint all the time. You should have this scale, you should measure whether you are in the proper consciousness or not. That's a look back every time where you are, where we are. So that will be reminded when we study the Bhagavatam, when we discuss and when we see the purity of the devotees they are maintaining, the way the Sukadeva Goswami is pointing. So if you see that, then you will be remembering, oh, okay, I also should be then immediately correcting. Otherwise, we are like all the time like an uncontrolled bull. So all the time go in the wrong direction. Our mind will take all the time in the wrong direction. So we have to all the time control it to bring. So for that, Bhagavatam is very much important. So he is saying, even in the case of the devotees also, we should be careful. Our life is not for our own enjoyment. Actually, it's not for it's for the pleasure of the Lord. So that's why our consciousness should be all the time to maintain the standard set by the Rupa Goswami. So how another way you can maintain life that yogi can maintain that being said in the fourth sloka. Let us see that. Satyam क्षितौ किं कशिपो प्रयासौ बर्हौ स्वसिद्धे ह्युपबर्हणैः किम् सत्याञ्जलौ किं पुरुधान्न पात्र्या दिक्पल्कलादौ सति किं दुकूलैः. Translation, carrying on.
There are temple countries that what is the necessity of God in them? When one can use his own arms, what is the necessity of healing? When one can use the palms of his hands, what is the necessity of vertical wings? When there is a temple covering or the skins of trees, what is the necessity of clothing?
Thank you. Actually, in our case, it is applied, but only for the sake of preaching. Prabhupada allowed some kind of things. That's the mood we should understand. If we don't understand that and if we develop the enjoying mentality, then gone. So if he's saying if one is having the earth, ample earth flats to lie, then what is the needs of cots and beds? And when one, but someone is leaving the preaching and trying to practice this, there is no need of okay, next sloka will be discussing the commentary. क्षीराणि किं पति न सन्ति दिशन्ति भिक्षाम् नैवाङ्घ्रिपा परब्रुतः सरितोऽप्यशुष्यन् रुद्धा गुहा किमजितोऽवति नोपसन्ना कस्मात् भजन्ति कवयो धनधुर्मदान्तान्. Translation: are there no torn clothes lying on the common road? Do the trees which exist for maintaining others no longer give alms in charity? Do the rivers, being dried up, no longer supply water to the thirsty? Are the caves of the mountains now closed? Or above all, does the Almighty Lord not protect the full surrendered souls? When then do the learned sages go to flatter those who are intoxicated by hard earned wealth? So one should not sell our yoga just by pleasing the some so-called rich people. No. We should not sacrifice our devotional service or the yoga, any yoga. So just for the flattering the rich people and so that we can get the some some money or some pleasure, something. No. So here in the previous sloka we are seeing there are sufficiently to sleep, the earth is there, plates instead of plates our hands are there, and pillow there is no need of pillow, then our hands is arms still are sufficient, like that it is said. And the tree barks are there to cover the body. Now nanu sitatranopayaha kaha. So someone may ask the Sukhdev Goswami. So my dear Sukhdev Goswami, okay, you said very nice. So tree barks are there, but sometimes this winter season is too cold now. With the barks I cannot control. Then what? So how to maintain my body? Then Sukhdev Goswami get little angry on him. Like that. Krudyan. That means he said that there are so many torn cloths lying on the roads. Use it. Chirani vastra khandani. So nanu tatopi. Then okay. So then he accepted. Okay, I will wear those. But what about my stomach, my belly? So there is a lot of jatragni is there inside. So how to stop that hunger, that pain? Then Sukadeva Goswami is saying that okay, there are the trees are there. You go and ask them. You go and beg them. They will give sufficient fruits to you. Of course, they will give. Definitely, human may not give, but they will definitely give. Like that, he is saying. So, Viksham disenti dadati, Manushyaha kalu ma dadatu. Maybe human beings may not be giving, but they will definitely give. Next, that means by the fruits you should maintain your body. So they will be nourishing your body with their fruits. Next, okay, it's fine. Then what about drinking? I want water, na. So then I have to look for the water. Then Sukadeva Goswami is saying that, why you are worried about this? There are a lot of rivers are there, and there are a lot of ponds are there. Go and ask them to water. They'll be giving. Then okay, my dear Sukadeva Goswami, fine. But my another problem is sometimes if I get the that means rain with the that barf, क्या बोलते हैं उसको? Hails. So hail raining. So at that time, who is going to protect me? There's a lot of pain. Na? Actually, they're coming and eating. So then I need to have one house. Na? Then he said, why you need a house? So there is no need of any house. There is no need of any parnashala. So that means at least I need some kutia. No need. So he's saying that you go and stay in the caves. Guham Pravishya. So you should stay in the caves. Then this person is saying, oh, if I stay in the caves, then there will be big tigers. So how to get rid of from this? That means they may eat away me. Then my yoga will be not be continued. Then he's saying that why you are worrying about the tigers? So there is a Lord in your heart, and He is going to protect you. And He is there in that tiger's heart also. He is there in your heart also, and He will not allow you that tiger to eat you. So you should be like that. He said, Bhaktavatsalan katam tatra. So Perayishyati iti bhava. That means even Lord also, if someone is doing the devotion, so Lord is not allowing other animals to attack on him because so he is also staying in their heart, and this devotee is a very dear to him. Then why he will how he will allow that animal to bite him? So Lord is not without allowing the Lord, it cannot do anything. So like that he said. And finally, that means what he's saying, one should not just pamper the rich people to maintain his body. And one has to maintain as much as easily it is possible. So then his purity of the yoga will be maintained. That may be the Bhakti yoga, or that may be the Sastanga yoga, or that may be the any Jnana yoga, any yoga. And you should, and also this yogis, whatever the results comes automatically, those also should not be get attracted by that. Whatever comes in the case of devotees, they should use it again in the service of the Lord, and again in the service of the Lord. But in the case of the others, they will be just leaving that. They are not accepting. But in the case of devotees, they can utilize for the service of the Lord. Next, sixth.
Prabhupada is giving example of Haridas Thakur.
Yeah.
He used to live in cave.
I will read the purport. The renounced order of life is never meant for begging or living at the cost of others as a parasite. So it's very powerful statement. It will. It means now we become saffron means I want this, I want that, I want this, and big a list we make and look for this. But for the basic necessities, okay. But it should not be like a parasite. How much, yeah, we are giving for the movement is more important. According to the dictionary, a parasite is a sycophant who lives at the cost of society without making any contribution to that society. That's our society or any God. The renounced order is meant for contributing something substantial to society and not depending on the earnings of the householders. If we do more sense gratification, the return will be coming also. Lord will be teaching us. So with the different types of problems he will be facing in the life also. That way we cannot say, we cannot, but you should apply that for your own life. And you should not say that, oh, okay, you enjoy like that with that householder's money and now you are getting this disease. Like that, you should not criticize. That you should not apply to others. That should be applied to own life. Otherwise, it will become offense. Why it will be offense? You don't know why he is getting that disease. You should not say that you ate so much feast in the movement for last 20 years. Now you got the disease. And you ate the over than the more than the whatever needed for you. You should not say others actually like this. Because the disease, whatever he is getting, that may be the out of Lord's mercy also. Because that may be the Lord's mercy also, because Lord wants to give the lessons to his devotees. And he may give that kind of disease, so that his devotion may be a few days, it may be stopped, he may out of the process for a few days. Then that can intensify his bhakti. Lord, when we can have many plans about under the devotee's life, behind the devotee's life. So that's why you cannot apply these kind of things and you cannot judge others. That will be very wrong actually. But you should apply that for your personal life. Yes, I did enjoyment, and this way I'm getting problem, and I should stop myself of enjoying too much, and I should accept only that much for my life, my body and soul together to maintain. That one should apply for his own. So that what will happen? The offense will not be there. Then that will increase the pleasure to chant more, and we feel more and more happy in the doing the devotional service. Otherwise, it will stop the our devotion. It will hamper the devotion, and we cannot understand what is the problem we are creating ourselves. So in the Sanatana Dharma institution, alms giving to the mendicant is part of householder's duty, and it is advised in the scriptures that the householder should treat the mendicants as their family children and should provide them with food, clothing, and so on, without being asked. This is also Grihasthas is a lesson for them. So Brahmacharis, Vanaprasthas, and Sannyas are the children of the Grihasthas. He says in the 7th canto, also 14th chapter. So they and these people, these three ashram people, they should not look for how their body can be maintained. No, they always should look for their spiritual progress, and that is and also how to make others also spiritualized. But it's a responsibility of the Grihasthas to maintain all these three-fourths of the society. They has to work hard and maintain all this, and so that they can also become one day Vanaprasthi and sannyasi. Yeah, otherwise they'll be struggling there itself. Uh.
Generally, like this, it is not like purpose that they should become Vanaprasthi and sannyasi. That rest of life they can go back to God. They are practicing nicely, and ultimately goal is not like, I'm just clarifying that.
Yeah.
Ultimate goal is not like to take Vanaprasthi and sannyas. Ultimate goal is like to develop pure devotional service, develop love. And
Yeah.
it will be the Grasta life also.
Yeah, that can be done there also. So, but the general society rules are this. That means even Grostas also should set the same example. Even he is a pure devotee, he should set example. He should maintain the people. He should not say that I am doing the pure devotion. I don't care for these rules. No. By seeing his example, other society also will feel bad actually. Oh, he is not having any kind of this. They don't see his pure devotion. They see that he is not doing anything, and then they will not follow his devotional activities also. Yeah.
Possible to see everyone's person as a their children, and how can see how the renounced person should see their such person also. How a renounced ordered person should see how a renounced ordered person should see a grihastha or also in which way say like a mother, like parents or like a karmi.
Yeah, like good. They are feeding means we should also respect them very much. Not that you are karmi, you are this. No, we should try to help them. So all the remaining three ashrams, they will try to help them to progress spiritually. These three ashrams people will give spiritual benefits to them. They will be giving that means maintaining the body. That means they will be grosthas will be helping so to maintain the body of these people. So like that, it's a mutual, so that benefiting both.
But this is the ideal scenario that Rasta should mention. In the current scenario, temples are maintaining the brahmacharis, and it has been observed that brahmacharis are giving the collection. Not all Grastas don't have major contribution in maintaining these three ashramas. This is seen in the strong scenario. Though there is a little contribution.
No. Our temples are given by their donation. We are not doing the karmi work and we are not bringing the money, na? It's their donation only. It's ultimately this is a contribution of everyone put their grosthas, give the money, and then only you build, na, this. We are chanting the holy names, and then Lord is inspiring them to give this, and then it's brought up. So their contribution is there. Even we are staying here means they are helping us. Even vegetables are produced by the grosthas. and money is given by them, and we are using that money, and they are producing vegetables and giving to us, and we are taking prasadam. Yeah, transportation, even roads they are making. We are walking roads that they are making, and also lights, they are electricity, everything. So many hundreds of people are contributed in this to build this, and that's why we have a lot of responsibility actually. So we have to give the Krishna consciousness to all of them, and we have to spread this glory. So that is the otherwise we are parasite. He's saying, Prabhupada is saying, how much we are giving, that's the more important. Whenever, so we should not be simply, yeah. The first duty of a person in the renounced order life is to contribute some literary work for the benefit of human being in order to give him realized direction towards self-realization. That's it. Prabhupada says the sannyasis, they should start they should write the literature, and also they should have organization. That's why we all together have the organization. So to do the preaching. So some organization they should have some mission. Sannyasis means they should be missionary. If we are not missionary, we should not take sannyas actually. Simply time pass, no. We'll be getting a lot of respect and lot of nowadays. So respect will be there, and the people will be giving the first front seat in the car, and also the no. We should not look for those facilities actually. So sannyasis means they should be missionaries. Even our sannyas ministry is every sannyas candidate has to have some project, some missionary work. That is the rule actually. You know. I used to serve in the ministry before actually, as designed the curriculum for them. Yeah. So that among us, the other duties in the renounced order of life of Srila Sanatana, Srila Rupa, and other Goswamis of Vrindavan, the foremost duty discharged by them was to hold learned discourses among us themselves at Sevakunj, Vrindavan. Yeah. So they have, so Srila Rupa Goswami wrote the Nectar of Devotion. Now it became, this is our core book actually. For our Gaudiya mission, Gaudiya Sadhaya, the first and foremost and important book is Nectar of Devotion, Bhakti Rasam Sindhu, which has to be read at least 50 times. At least, and every line is important in that. And it will make you, which it will teach you how to love the Lord. Because we know how to love the girl by seeing the but that is that is learned from the here and there from the friends. But the really how to love the God, that one Lord, so Krishna, so that we have to learn from the Rupa Goswami. So that book is going to teach that. So that's the in that angle only you should see. Prabhupada writes in the introduction itself very nicely actually, very nice points. This book is going to teach how to love the Lord. Yeah. Real love. For the benefit of all in human society, they left behind them immense literature of transcendental importance. Like you can see that later also Jiva Goswami and so Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Next, we can see the Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Baldev Jabhushan, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur Goswami Maharaj, Prabhupada, and our acharyas, our gurus. All they are giving this first foremost businesses. So writing the literature, and so that others will be get benefited. However, those who cannot give any contribution should not go to the householder for food. For such mendicants, asking bread from the householder are an insult to the highest order. Sukadeva Goswami gave this warning especially for those mendicants who adopt this line of profession to solve their economic problems. It's self-explanatory. Such mendicants are in the abundance in the age of Kali. Because at the time of Prabhupada, actually, because of his purity and force, so his disciples, they used to serve day and night. But now you can see, if you can ask the Prabhupada disciples, they will be saying, if you ask personally, they will be telling, so how the movement now and at that time, how it was and how it is. They say so many things, but personally you go and ask, then they will share actually how they were and how now the brahmacharis and how the now the people demanding the things and so much actually, so much it is changed. Nobody is ready to take any risk, and all the time, even anything we do, all the time we see how to maintain my life. That instead of keeping the Krishna, pleasing Krishna as a center, so how I can be safe and how can be easily so live. So that bodily consciousness is always is dominating actually other thoughts, and that is keeping center, and that came it's so common nowadays. So even so it's not identified also, became so common. Everyone is in that kind of consciousness now. No missionary spirit is reducing because Acharya was there, and now already 50 years over. So gradually, even our gurus also after few years, so they will also not be there. So then it's our responsibility to carry forward this movement, and it's our responsibility to become more serious and more dedicated. So like in our Mayapur, so we have one like example just I am giving. So we have more than 300 to 400 acres of land, agriculture land. And we were searching, anyone is there. No brahmachari is interested to lead that project. Anyway, I took actually presently. I am for last 5 months. I am taking care that 300 more than 300 acres of land agriculture we do, and we are producing a lot of. And recently, we produced the pumpkin almost all in 8 bigas, more than 150 quintals, and like that. But we are doing now chemically, but gradually, and also few plots doing the organic. Gradually, I want to turn it into the organic, and also so many services are there. But only thing is the why I'm saying at the time the realization that the management is approaching so many devotees, brahmacharis also, because it's a many one of the that means important project in Mayapur. So making the that means village, Mayapur village also important. Mayapur town city is one project, and another project is Mayapur village, and making the community self sustainable and feeding them the pure food. And these are the Prabhupada. So many instructions are there. If you see on the Mayapur related, Prabhupada made so many instructions, and that's a small compilation. Compilation also is there. So, but the now people are very all the time they are so most of them our devotees also looking for how I can be comfortable, and so I comfortably I should be, and I can do then service something. So for the service sake, I can take any kind of discomforts. This is reducing actually, it's going down. So that's why we need to focus on these things, and we read the Prabhupada purports when we discuss Bhagavatam. So we try to again and again remember and try to become more and more sincere servant. When a man becomes mendicant willfully or by circumstance, he must be of firm faith and conviction that the Supreme Lord is the maintainer of all living beings everywhere in this universe. That means Rakshayishyati iti visvasa. One should have this confidence. But it's not so easy actually. We are so much attached to our body, actually. So deeply attached. So deeply. So that's why that Viswasa will be developed by again and again if you read the and hear the glories of the Lord and the pastimes of the Lord, how he is protecting, how he protected Gajendra, how he quickly ran and came. So many things are there actually. Those has to be hear from the pure devotee's mouth. We should hear from the pure devotee's mouth. Then so that will slowly will make us to come out from our zone actually and try to see the something. Okay, now let me dependent on him and let me take the some so step like that. So like that, such a day will be created actually for us as much as we hear about his glories. That means we are hearing, but we are not putting the faith actually. That means hearing with the faith. That means we should develop the faith. Faith should increase. Hearing, okay, it's okay, it's okay. That's because of offenses also it happens. Because of the offenses in the heart, so that will become a shield actually. That will not allow the Krishna Kada to go into the heart. So then you are feeling, even after hearing this so many times, you are not getting the any kind of that means softness in the heart and not dependency on the Lord. You're not feeling that. Then you have to understand that you are having the pile of offenses. And then you have to increase your sadhana. You have to increase your holy name. You have to chant and you have to repent for your bad situation. That has to be done. So otherwise, it will be time will be wasted. Now going every day, we are reaching to our death, and we have less time. So why then would he neglect the maintenance? So that's why he is maintaining just by one glance of his part and parcel. By one glance, he is creating the millions of universes. So the devotee who have surrendered to him, can he maintain? So Lord cannot maintain him. Definitely we will maintain, but still we will be looking for so many alternatives. Like how Prabhupada he went, what he was having, he had nothing. And he went and this is the best example for the fully surrendered soul, Srila Prabhupada. And it's the most inspiration for all of us all the time. And his disciples, how they went for the different places and they started preaching and did this so many things. And they expanded this mission. Now we are seeing that means because of their bhakti, now with the different bhoga and aishwaryas are coming. And now we are enjoying that. So no, it's not good actually. Their sadhana is leading to because of their sadhana only, na? This much opulence is now is formed here. And they are not enjoying, but we are enjoying. That is the problem. And they are simple still. A common master looks to the necessities of his servant. So how much more? That means a common master, simple master also, Swami, he is taking care of his servants' necessities, and he is a supreme personality of Godhead. If you become really a servant to him and you fully surrendering to him, that means Krishna, Prabhupada is saying, fully surrendered soul. He always said fully and 24 hours fully. These two are the very important words. You should not take the very light meaning for the fully. And inside, if you open the stomach of the fully word, then there is so many things are there. Fully. And he says 24 hours. In the Nectar of Devotion introduction and also Bhumika, so you'll be seeing so many times he writes. A common master looks to the necessities of his servant. So how much more would the all-powerful, all-opulent, supreme Lord look after the necessities of life for a fully surrendered soul? Yogakshemam ahamiham. Krishna is saying, I am carrying, I am not just giving, I am carrying. If my devotee is going and if he doesn't have anything which is needed for him, then I will take it on my shoulder and I will just run behind him. And he is just following his devotee. With like in the like king is going and all his servants are holding the different things. No? Like that Krishna is becoming his servant of his own devotee. And also whatever the some things if devotee is having, if devotee is leaving there and he's going, then Krishna is no, my devotee wants this, and then he's keeping on his shoulder and he's going behind him. The general rule is that a mendicant devotee will accept a simple small line cloth without asking anyone to give in the charity. He simply salvages it from the rejected torn cloth thrown in the street. When he is hungry, he may go to magnanimous tree which drops fruits. So actually, we are also having internally this consciousness should be there. Externally, one may be accepting different objects, but it's very important actually. There is a very thin line whether we are accepting these things out of the enjoyment or whether out of just for the sake of service. That has to be, so you have to see the things. Personally, that should be told by anyone actually. That should be said by himself. He doesn't require to live in a comfortable house, but should find a cave in the hills and not to be afraid of jungle animals, keeping faith in God, who lives in everyone's heart. Prabhupada also still in such a big building that he was in a small hut in Mayapur. Lord may dictate that Prabhupada now, that means for the preaching sake, he accepted the things only for the sake of preaching, and but he also demonstrated the life like whatever is said here. So Haridas Thakur, a great devotee of Lord Sri Chaitanya, used to live in such a cave, and by chance a great venomous snake was a co-partner of the cave. Yeah. So some admirer of Haridas Thakura who had to visit the Thakura every day feared the snake and suggested that the Thakura leave that place because his devotees were afraid of the snake and they were regularly visiting that place. Thakura Haridasa agreed to the proposal on their account, but as soon as this was settled, the snake actually crawled out of its hole in the cave and left the cave for good before everyone present. By the dedication of the Lord, who lived also within the heart of the snake gave preference to Haridas and decided to leave the place and not to disturb him. So this is the tangible example of how the Lord gives protection to a bona fide devotee like Haridas, Thakura Haridasa. According to the regulation of the Sanatana Dharma institution, one is trained from the beginning to depend fully on the protection of the Lord in all circumstances. So that's even any material means, even if Prahlad Maharaj says, for the disease, even if one take medicine, that medicine is working because of mercy of the Lord. That is showing that dependency on the Lord. It's not that there is this some material adjustment is protecting me. That should not be the consciousness actually. Behind everything, one should see the mercy of the Lord. That is shows that he is dependent on the Lord. This stage is described also in the Bhagavad Gita as Daivi Sampatti. A human being is required to accumulate Daivi Sampat or spiritual assets. Otherwise, the next alternative, Asari Sampat or material assets, will overcome him disproportionately, and thus one will be forced into the entanglement of different miseries of the material world. A sannyasi should always live alone without company, and he must be fearless. He should never be afraid of living alone, although he is never alone. The Lord is residing in everyone's heart, and unless one is purified by the prescribed process, one will feel that he is alone. But a man in the renounced order of life must be purified by the process, that he will feel the presence of the Lord everywhere and will have nothing to fear, such as being without any company. Everyone can become a fearless and honest person if his very existence is purified by discharging the prescribed duty for each and every order of life. One can become fixed in one's prescribed duty by faithful oral reception of Vedic instructions and assimilation of the essence of Vedic knowledge by devotional service to the Lord. So one has to follow the regulated life as per the even in the instructions of Shastra, and should be fixed in his duties and aim for the devotional service. एवं स्वचित्ते स्वत एव सिद्धा आत्मा प्रियोर्थो भगवान् अनन्तः तं निर्वृतो नियतार्थो भजेत संसार हेतु परमश्च यत्र. Thus, being fixed, one must render service unto the super soul situated in one's own heart by his omnipotency, because he is the almighty personality of Godhead, eternal and unlimited. He is the ultimate goal of life, and by worshipping him, one can end the cause of the conditioned state of existence. So now, it's time for 2 o'clock. Ah. 2 to 3 break and 3 to 5. Sorry. in the second canto, just we'll be keeping our connection tightly, because sometimes we see something and then everything will forget. What is the flow? So flow should be remembered. So in the first sloka of this chapter, we have seen for that. So one of the example, whoever is doing the dharana on the Virat Rupa, what kind of powers one can get? Example, he can control the whole, he can do the secondary creation like Brahman. So that is the point. Next is what? So whenever you become successful in dharana, so you'll be getting the opulences. So here Sukadeva Goswami wants to say that yogi should not be getting attraction towards that opulences. So for that, keeping that in the mind, he's saying one more point. That means even karmis also. So Parikshit Maharaj should not do the karma yoga in the end of this. That means Miryamanaha. That means the person who is going to die. In that, if we come to know about his death, so what he should do? He should not do what he should not do. So he should not do the karma. That means and do the some yajnas and going for sarga. Such a target he should not put. So to say that this second sloka is said. Then after saying this second sloka, so he's saying, so that's why what yogis, what they should do, jnanis and bhaktas, they also should not go behind the sense objects or the objects which are coming out of their sadhana. So similarly here, Ashtanga yogi also strictly he should restrict himself, accepting that sense objects which are like the dreams. So in the dreams we are getting the objects and losing. The same way these sense objects are also like that, and he should be willfully determined. Actually, Avasaya Buddhi means he should see that these all the results, whatever coming from his sadhana, are temporary, and I don't want, and I already enjoyed in the so many lives, and now no more that kind of enjoyment I need. It's like a chewing the chewed one. So like that, keeping his consciousness, Vyavasaya Buddhi, then he should go further. And he should accept only that much which is needed to maintain his body. Even if he is able to do maintaining of his body without accepting that in another way, then he should not accept that also. He should not accept that also. Then what is the way, another way to maintain, that is being said in the fourth and fifth. Fourth and fifth. So in the fifth, it is said that finally, even he should ready to stay in the cave, and in the cave, then the tigers are there. Then I may get problem with the tiger. Tigers may eat away. Then Krishna is here. Sukadeva Goswami is saying that he should put faith on the Lord, and Paramatma is there in everyone's heart. So that's why he should put faith on the Paramatma. And now next one is the sixth sloka. Maybe this is some, I don't know if you have time or not. This recording will be given. If someone is able to prepare so whatever the summarizing we, as a some small write-up and give to everyone, it will be service. Maybe. Because today also we did first chapter. Because I have very less time and so many courses. I couldn't. Oh, okay. So now Paramatma is there in the heart, and this yogi should be taking protection from him. So not in other means. Then next is the explanation for this. So before this sloka, okay, Lord is there in the heart. So that means yogi should worship the Lord who is there in the heart. That is the instruction in the fifth sloka we have seen. This yogi should be depending on the Lord who is in the heart. That means the one who is successful in the dharana, what he has to do? Sukadeva Goswami, how is bringing to him to that? Back to once again to seeing the Lord in the heart. So he is bringing actually. This is the connection. So from there only we left now. Actually, when we are coming to the we can successful in meditating on Virat Purusha. Now we should come back to the original process. Original process. What is that original natural process? Meditating on the Paramatma. So that he has to do. Okay. So now this yogi is asking, if I want to worship the Lord in my heart, I need the ingredients. How can I get those? So this is the question now.
Worshipping Paramatma.
To worship the Paramatma. So nanu tarhi bhajaniyas ishvara tat upakaranaanam cha anveshanam kartavyam. So eva yogivir iti chet aha. So then to worship the Lord, whatever the actually it's not like that. There is one point is missing. Anyway, I cannot. The point is in the fifth sloka it is said that Lord is there in everyone's heart. Lord is there in everyone's heart, and He is going to take care even if you stay in a cave. So that Paramatma, without inspiring Paramatma, that tiger is not going to attack you. So that means you should be worshipping the Lord. So there it is not clear that in the fifth sloka he should worship the Lord in the heart. It is not said. So then Yogi says, so oh acha, I have to worship the Lord. So how I should worship? This is the question he asked actually. So and also I need the ingredients to worship him. Then Sukadeva Goswami is saying, hey, why you have to worship why you have to worry for that? Lord is there already in your heart. Swachitte. That's why he said. This is the answer. Okay. So he is there already. Swachitte swataha eva siddhaha. He is, and also you don't need to bring this some carvation, taking this some stone and carving, and no need of that. He's already there in your heart, and you don't need to spend anything. He is already there in your heart, and he is self-manifested form. So you have to worship that. Like that he's saying.
Earlier, they were advised to meditate on the form of the Lord. Then somehow it then goes through they fell down and they were advised to meditate on the Virat form. Now once again, now asked to worship the.
Yes. We see the Yoga Mr. Bhakti is coming now. Yeah. Good point, catching. You got. This is the yoga, but it's mixed with the bhakti. That's why Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes in the next coming places. It's the yoga Mr. Bhakti.
So the yoga is prominent, bhakti is just
some worship is there, yeah. But yoga is prominent. स्वचित्ते स्वतः एव सिद्धः यतः आत्मा चित्ताधिष्ठाता वासुदेव इति नापि आवाहनादि. That means there is no need to avahan, to do the avahan. But if you have some stone, that means deities, then to install the deities, you have installing deity means avahan we are doing pratishtha. That means prana pratishtha you should do. So many procedures we should follow. Now he is saying, so Sukadeva Goswami, my dear, you don't need to do any prana pratishtha to the deity, which is already existing in your heart. You have to just worship it. Kincha tasya bhajanam swatah eva bhavitum uchitam ityaha. And it can happen automatically because he is priya, he is very dear. Like for us, dear, na? So mother is dear, father is dear, and friend is dear, that is dear. So for everyone who is dear, common dear one is there, common one dear for everyone, that is Paramatma. So, yeah, common dear. So, he is saying priya. So, priya swabhavatah eva premaspadam. न च प्रेमास्पदत्वेपि पति पुत्रादि रूपः अनर्थः. He is very much dear, and also there is one more advantage. Like our father, our mother, and our brother, sister, they are all dear to us. But they are all dear, but there is also anartha along with that. Unwanted things also there in them. Their anger is not liking for you. They are dear, but also there is some anartha is there in that. What is that? Their anger. Maybe father is so angry on you. So he's very dear, but the anartha is there. And also mother is also having some anartha. He's feeding more than what you need. Always make you trouble actually. So that anartha is there that you don't want. So in the material world, what the relationships we have, they are dear. They're all very dear to us, those relations. But the problem is they're also involved with the anarthas. Anarthas means unwanted things. But in the Lord case, is such a dear, there is nothing is there which is unwanted. It's completely pure actually. Everything is auspicious. Like someone is having a wife is so much dear for him. but she's also having some problems. She eats away his brain. So something like that. So yata ardha paramavastu, and also he is what? Why he is a paramavastu swarupaha. But in the case of family relations, they will be dying at one time. But he is paramavastu, always existing, no loss. You cannot feel that, no, I will be missing him, no missing. So vastu rupatvepi na kevalam antaratmeva yatah bhagavan saundaryadi gunavatvena drishyaha. So don't think that he is a vastu means without any beauty. He is very beautiful. He is very beautiful. Saundarya, and he is having so many qualities. So Sukadeva Goswami is saying, so people are leaving such a form and running behind what things actually, what they, how they are wasting their time. So where they are going? So sarva saundarya gunavatvena drishyaha nachatatra desha niyamaha. And he is not in one place, he is in everywhere. And you can find everywhere and any time. We want now our dear one always should be with us. Wherever we go, it should be with us. But all the whatever expectations will be fulfilled with the Lord. So Anantaha sarva vyapakatva sarvatraiva deshe stitaha nacha bhajane shamah kopi ityaha. So, and worshipping him is also not at all a painful thing. Kopi ityaha nirvrutaha bhajanananda magnaha san nitaha premeiva bhakto anusamhito ardha prayojanam yasata bhutah san. Okay. So worshipping him is also very easy. Like how niyataha. That means he can. I'm jumping few lines, and this yogi has to put the some niyama. That means I will do this much kirtan. I will do this much shravan. I will do this much. So like that, he should do for the sake of what? Samsara heto avidya uparamascha bhavet. So that I can be losing the entanglement for this material world. So that means he is doing the devotion, but what is his goal? Get liberation. So this is the what? He has to worship the Paramatma in his heart. That means he is doing not only just Smaranam, he is doing some Shravanam, Kirtanam, and that's why it is known as Yoga Misra Bhakti. But his goal is liberation. Samsara Uparati.
Ultimately, the goal is
Goal is purpose why you are doing worship. If we have some expectation for that you are worshipping, then that is not pure Anuselanam. That's not pure Krishna Anuselanam. Anukulyana Krishna Anuselanam, we say. Anukulya means pleasing Krishna. So so many people do the pleasing of the, that means pleasing of the, pleasing, they do please. But if they have some hidden reason behind that, then that pleasing is not pure. That's abhasa. So that's the problem. So someone please the Lord, they can chant the names to please the Lord, but purpose of liberation, then that pleasing is not pure. Where is the problem? So next, 5 minutes are there. Kassam tvanadrutya paranuchitta chinta rite pashuna satim nama kuryat pashyan patitam vaitaranyam swakarmajan paritapanjushanam. So, translation: who else but the gross materialist will neglect such a transcendental thought and take to the non-permanent names only? seeing the mass of people fallen in the river of suffering as the consequences of occurring the result of their own work. So here just he is asking. So who else? That means such a wonderful thing. Here Yoga Mr. Bhakti is saying that Bhakti part you should take. So worshipping the Lord. So leaving the worshipping of the Lord, and who will go away from leaving worshipping the Lord? Who will go away? Who those are Pashun, Karma Jada. Only animals will do that. So that's why in the Bhagavad Gita, there are the four kinds of people who will not worship the Lord. There, what are that? Mudaha, Naradamaha, Maya Parita Gnanaha, Asuri Bhavamasrita. There, Mudaha means what? Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives glossing. Pashu. Pashutulyaha, he says. Pashutulyaha. That means animals. That means animals means they are karma jada. That means whoever is doing hard work in the society and earning money and getting the sense gratification. They are, according to the Shastra, they are what? Pasus. Karma jada. This is the standard actually, our Acharya said. Sukadeva Goswami said. That means they are not worshipping the Lord and they are just working. Like Pasus also, they go around and find the food and then eat it and they'll sleep. Similarly, these are also, they are doing the different so hard works and they get money and they eat it and they sleep. So then they are Pasutulya, that's is being said. In that way, they are said as Pasutulya. So those people, that means, so this is so beautiful, Lord's form, and he is available in the heart. And who will not worship? Only the Pasus will not worship. So that is like in a reverse way it is saying actually. So we'll stop here. 1 minute. We'll meet 3 o'clock. Attendance. Oh, I have to. Adi Gop Nimai Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Advaita Praveen Prabhu. Akrur Bhakta Prabhu. Akrur Bhakta Prabhu Dwaraka. Absent. Amrit Gaur Prabhu. Anant Raghav Prabhu. Baleshwar Rupa Prabhu. Baleshwar, absent. Badranitay Prabhu. Das Raghunath Prabhu. Daya Sundar Nitay Prabhu. Dharma Narayan Prabhu. Prabhu? Is there? Absent. Gopi Bhabu. Yes. Jahana Avadhuta Prabhu. Jahana Avadhuta. Absent. Kala Gauranga Prabhu. Absent. Kripalu Madhu Prabhu. Mitra Sudama Prabhu. Mohan Shyam Prabhu. Yes. Nam Govind Prabhu. Network Gopinath Prabhu. Padmalochan Ram Prabhu. Absent. Pandav Prem Prabhu. Pradyumna Bhakta Prabhu. Rajendra Hari Prabhu. Ramanishta Prabhu. Rasaraj Prabhu. Absent. Sarva Puja Golokpati Prabhu. Shanta Gopinath. श्याम सुंदर सखा प्रभु, सीताराम हरि प्रभु, सुबुद्धि राय प्रभु, अच्छा, उमापति प्रभु, हरे कृष्ण, उपनंद गोप प्रभु, huh? Is there a वसुधामा प्रभु, वसुदेव जीवन प्रभु, वेद चैतन्य प्रभु, विजय उपेंद्र प्रभु, विजय उपेंद्र एब्सेंट प्रभु, वीर चैतन्य प्रभु, प्रभु एब्सेंट, वीर चैतन्य, पंचजन्य, पंचजन्य परिप्रभु, पांचजन्य एब्सेंट, प्रभु पांचजन्य पानी है एब्सेंट प्रभु, एब्सेंट है संकर्षण आनंद प्रभु,
Prasad morning time.
है प्रभु, I took.
Right now it takes. So
आप लोग कुछ खाते हैं
कुछ तो बना होगा।
सभी लोग कुछ लेते हैं।
हाँ लेते हैं। आज पता नहीं बात साथ कुछ मिसकम्युनिकेशन हुआ है, लेकिन वो है कुछ तो है।
अच्छा,
आप अभी रूम पे जाएंगे ना?
मैं प्रिपेयर करूँगा एक्चुअली।
तो रूम पे जाना पड़ेगा।
नहीं इधर ही,
इधर ही ठीक है बच्चे, इधर ही
जो भी आप लोग लेंगे।
हाँ जी जी, थैंक यू।